Hey everybody, Audiohead here. Today we have the Beyerdynamic Custom One Pro adjustable bass headphone. This one's kind of unique in that it is one of the very few, or the only one that I've actually heard of, that has adjustable bass right on the headset. It's located on the lower rim, like a slider port. I'll show you guys in a little bit. First I want to get to the boxing. Obviously fairly nice, glossy. Beyerdynamic is a bigger company, so they have a little bit more packaging budget to make this thing, do it up right. You can see everything here. This thing actually slides out. It's also customizable in more than just the bass. You can change out the pads, the backing plates, the bands. There's a lot of different customizable features. As you can kind of see here on the inside. Window to the phone on the left, typical back, and then on this side, as you can see, they have kind of their own preset sound patterns, a graph laid out there to show you kind of what the sound signature would be like, the response, the frequency response would be like for each of the 4 settings, and there's a shot of the whole, so you can kind of get an idea what it looks like here. It opens up from this side. You can see they included a little enjoy tab there. Also here on the side, there's a tool included to unscrew the side plates. Detachable cable with a slot here, so you can only stick it in, it doesn't completely rotate. You got to make sure you get that slot lined up good so it fits in. Here with the cable, screw type adjuster for each headphone size. Kind of a unique packaging for a headphone. Kind of fits in a little pie slice there. This is the headphone itself. It's pretty typical for a Beyerdynamic shape and size for their around the ear. As you can see, it's around the ear headphone. It's very similar to the 880 in that these are metal. This is removable. That's not similar to the 880, but definitely the headband is similar. The shape is similar. The difference being the 880 is made out of a lot of metal here, and this is predominantly plastic on the Custom One Pro. These are the sliders I was telling you about earlier. As you can see, they click up and down. There's 3 little portholes. They get covered up that allow more air to move and therefore more bass. Each are activated separately. As you can see the inside there, it's very typical of Beyerdynamic. These are faux leather pads. Not my favorite in that sometimes they're a little hot and sweaty. They get a little sweaty after long periods of time. I believe these are removable, and you can change them out with a different type if you so desire. As I said before, this is removable, customizable. These unscrew and this comes off, and you can replace this faceplate as well. So there's a lot of ways to make these kind of uniquely yours if you like. As far as the sound goes, I preferred the sound on number 2. Totally closed off was a little bass light for my preferences. This one seemed the most neutral out of the 4. I like it very much. I didn't find the mids to be crowded too much by the bass at this point, which is really nice. I'm a big fan of the Beyerdynamic sound overall, their house sound. So I was very pleased when I found out these kind of shared a lot of commonalities with that. With this particularly, I think that the setting 2 is good. 3 is even more bass, obviously, and 4 I found to be quite boomy. A little bit of loss of control at that point. But if you really like your booming bass, it's all there for you at the setting 4. So the first one, a little bit light. 2, fairly neutral, I would say, with a little bit of a bass bump. 3, even more bass. I think I've read some online that people really enjoy number 3 on this one, so it's not out of control. I do think the bass is a little bit bigger, but it's still pretty tight and controlled. Whereas 4, it gets a little bit bigger and a little bit boomier. but still some people might enjoy that. I mean, I know people love booming bass, and really kind of the market that these guys are going at, it shares a lot of common ground, not just from the fact that you can adjust the bass, but also because the price point is $200 on these. It's kind of treading that little area in between the high-end stuff and, you know, kind of the mass consumer that can get their hands on these and kind of like make it like unique to them. So these are a pretty fun headphone. I think that if you are looking for an entry-level Beyerdynamic sound and you don't want to throw down the big bucks for the higher end stuff, this is a great starting point. Especially since you can adjust the bass if you like that, if you like bigger bass, because you can actually, you know, change it from song to song on the fly, which is pretty unique, if not the only headphone I'm aware of that can do that at the headphone level, just like these can. So pretty cool. If you guys want, you can check them out. You ask me questions in the comment section, and I can respond. And if you get a chance, subscribe to the channel. That always helps me. So till next time, guys. Thanks.